We are live.
We are.
Um, Hello and aloha
Hello,
from Cindy
everyone.
from the Divine Feminine Shaman Academy. Welcome to our Harmony and Healing show with Cindy and Julia. We're pleased to be with you again this week, as always.
It's lovely to have you with us. We'd love to hear from you too if you have any comments or questions or concerns or even things that you'd like us to talk about. Please leave it in the comments on our YouTube channel and please subscribe to our
Yeah, we'd love for sure. That way you can see when we're coming live and um, also, just maybe type in to the comments where you're joining us from, because we do have a global community here. I know in our academy and our course that we're currently running right now, we have people from around the world, which is, just really creates a beautiful community.
yes.
So, Julia, how's life in Hawaii today?
Well, we're having a beautiful sunny day, as you can tell by the way I'm dressed, probably. Um, Summer has arrived, and it is King Kamehameha Day, which is a very interesting day in Hawaii. All the state county offices have the day off, and I was in a discussion earlier about what that is. Why are we celebrating King Kamehameha? And and of course it's because he conquered all the islands and then, made Hawaii one nation or one, well, it was nation at that time, right? And so that got me to thinking about the collective mindset of conquering and
Mm,
how that plays out in so many scenarios across the globe right now. Things are like upside down, going crazy politically, and this group's trying to conquer that group, and this group's trying to conquer that group, and I'm just thinking about tuning into the divine feminine again and how can we assuage this conquering mindset. And so, what we're going to do today, we're starting our series on the Nusta Carpi rites, which are ancient Incan divine feminine rites. And we are offering that as a balancer for all of this mindset of conquering. And we need to rise up in that within our own spirits, within our own selves, so that we can be light, be balanced, be the divine feminine in that situation. And I'm not, assigning gender to it because the divine feminine seeks to be in beautiful balance with the divine masculine. It just seems like there's sort of an energy sometimes that gets within the field and people don't know what to do with it and they strike out instead of look inside. And so I
mm,
just was sort of, tuning into that this morning, thinking about that as we are
beautiful.
celebrating King Kumeya here today.
It's so true. I love what you said. It's about coming inward and it's balancing and harmonizing those energies, the masculine and the feminine. The masculine energy is the striving, the doing, the actioning, the strike, needing to conquer and all of those, and just softening that energy within us by allowing more of the divine feminine energy, of compassion and understanding and just starting to harmonize because we need them both. They both
Right,
contribute to our wholeness.
right.
It's just that we've been out of balance for so long, and it is a collective energy now because we have been out of balance for so long. And this is why I love what we do, of just bringing back in the divine feminine qualities of love and creating that inner peace within ourselves so that that can be reflected out into the world. This is, what's going to shift. It's not more conquering, it's not more doing, it's not more actioning, it's more love. It's
Exactly. And how do we tune into that? Definitely not by watching the news. That just excites us and gets us into this conquering and that conquering. It's really, if you think about it, it's all about conquering and that mindset when I look at the news, and it upsets me. And so then when I'm watching that or I'm reading that, I'm contributing energetically to that energy, which is, of course, the
Exactly.
very opposite of what I want to do. And so withdrawing back and then into the divine feminine and making sure that my aura, my arena is in that energy so I can attract and become more of that like energy. Because you won't hear about that on the news. You have to really tune into it within yourself as a collective. And as you do that and you get together with other people that are in that energy, you will definitely feel it. You will definitely feel that hope and that love and that unity. And that's what we all really desire in our core. It's just how we
Absolutely.
think about it.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. So it's really about just starting with coming home to ourselves and not giving our energy, really being discerning about where you're giving your energy. What are you feeding,
Yeah.
right?
Yes,
So,
exactly. What are you feeding? Good
mm,
point. I
yeah,
like the way you put that. It's like the old native parable of the wolf inside. Which one are you going to feed? The
mhm,
anger or the love, right? Yeah.
yeah. And we have free will choice. So I just invite you to lean in to, what helps you to feel more aligned? What helps you to be more on, more home with yourself and create more compassion and understanding and kindness toward each other, right? That's a divine feminine quality that, we really um, would
Kindness.
benefit leaning into that, right? Just leaning into more kindness right now, being
Yeah,
kind
I
to
was
each
thinking about that the other day, how that seems to be a missing quality in so much of the collective. Kindness, that was just coming over and over and over again. We need more kindness. We need more kindness. And that
other.
is part of the divine feminine energy for sure.
It starts with ourselves.
Yep.
It starts with our homes, with our inner circle and our communities, and it's that whole ripple effect that happens. But it starts with everything starts with us.
Yes. Everything starts with us.
Yeah. So we have a tradition of opening the four directions and our Viracocha, our luminous energy field, before we dive into sharing our topic for the day. And we're going to be visiting the Nusta Karpai rites to one of the rites today. And we're excited to share that with you. So we'd invite you to join in if you want to join in opening the direction in your own way, or just listening to and feeling into the words as we call in Sachamama from the south to begin. So, to the winds of the south, Sachamama, beautiful serpent, mother of the waters, come into our sacred medicine space today and be with us. Wrap your coils of light and love around us. Teach us your ways of compassion and kindness and how to cultivate that inner peace and inner love within ourselves. You who have your belly upon Mother Earth, so you can be infused with her divine feminine wisdom. You who teaches us to shed those layers, those skins that no longer serve us, the old habits and beliefs and ways of being that keep us, just locked in our old stories. Help us release those today. Be with us and guide us on the pathway of beauty, to walk in beauty and touch everyone we meet with beauty. Aho.
Oh. Ah, to the winds of the west, beautiful, beautiful jaguars. Orthogonal, mother, sister, brother, jaguars, inviting us to leave that physical realm and going into the ethereal realm. You who are the master of our shadows, help us to align ourselves, to be able to stop projecting our shadows and make peace with them and align and assimilate your truth We thank you that you teach us the truth of the luminous warrior. You teach us in truth and in peace to walk in certainty, non engagement, non doing, and fearlessness. Thank you so much for imbuing us with your great courage. You who are the queen of the jungle, we really need it today with what we are addressing. We thank you for giving it so freely. Aho.
Well, to the winds of the north, ancestors, ancient ones, grandmothers and grandfathers, you who have come before us, we honor you. You who will come after us, our children's children, bringers of the light, we honor you and we welcome you. Come into our sacred medicine space today. Sit around the fire with us and share your ways, your wisdom, and your knowledge. We thank you. Seawater Kente, royal hummingbird, ah, sweet bird. You, epic, magical little bird who takes that great journey from South America to North America every year. You who has such courage and endurance and strength. Inner peace. Teach us to find our own inner peace, our own stillness, just as you can be still in motion. And help us to only drink from the sweet nectar of life, to be more kind to one another, and to spread that sweetness throughout the world. We thank you. Alfred.
Oh. To the winds of the east, Condor, Eagle, Apachin Condor. Thank you, Condor. You who are the master of foundational holding energy for us, who take us on the expanse of your wings within yourself, teaching us the mysteries of Great Spirit, teaching us to hold the course steady in our truth. And Eagle, Apachin, thank you so much for again teaching us to fly once again, to be able to soar, to be able to catch the updrafts, leaving our fray, our problems, our obstacles down below, and being able to look down with a new lens, a new discerning view, a new perspective, and giving us that opportunity to heal and to go forward in our life in kindness and love. Oh.
Pachamama, our beloved Mother Earth, Gaia, you who ground us, nurture and nourish us with your beauty and your bounty. You who can hold and so much beautiful wisdom, so much beautiful energy. You who can take our worries and our concerns and just transmute them all into love. May we be connected with you. May we honor you and nurture you in all ways. We thank you. Aho.
Oh. Auntie Taita, Father Sky, Mama Kia, Grandmother Moon, Sashka Kuna, Star Nations, and celestial luminous beings of light and power. Humpway, come into our space. We really need that energy and that power today to be able to transmute out of that collective conquering mindset and going into the divine feminine of yielding, loving, coming together, reasoning together as one. We thank you for being with us during this time. We honor you. Aho.
And we'll open our luminous energy field. So bringing your hands together at your heart. Inhale, bring the arms up and overhead, piercing chakra 8, that luminous ball of light all around, golden light. Spread that all around you. Creating, just really opening up your luminous energy field and imagine connecting it beneath your feet into the earth. And then we'll open it over our IU, our community here, each other, whether you're watching in person or the replay. Imagine spreading that light over everyone, creating that energy and that sense of oneness.
Just bringing us into the drumming energy, allowing ourselves to just relax. Close your eyes if you can. See yourself as you are a light in this world now, piercing through that darkness as light does, and attracting more light as light does, bringing together your family of light, your ancestors of light, your collective of light, and allowing it to bless you, to guide you, to direct you in your pathway. And now settle down more into a very relaxed breathing pattern. I want you to see yourself just lying down in a meadow, feeling the earth beneath you. And our visionary guides come to us, eagle and condor, as we're lying on the earth, communing with Pachamama, feeling her energy coming up through all the parts of our body that connect on the earth. But bringing in the eagle right now, and she would say to you, fly with me, take flight, soar with me. Remember that experience of flying again. Remember that experience of looking through a different lens, from a higher perspective of your life, and noticing as you do that how things transform and change, and your viewpoint on what you see becomes one within yourself, and you realize what you thought were problems are quite solvable by entering into the light vision of eagle. So we're grateful for you today, eagle, and now condor, massive great condor who makes no noise, but whose presence is so vastly felt, bringing your power and your transformational phoenix energy into this collective, reminding us again of the light, of the power of spirit, great spirit. Just breathe that in slowly, allowing it to just really assimilate into your body, into your mind, into your emotions, into your spirit, into your energy field. Allow it to be your guide for the day, and notice the difference of how things turn out when we walk in this light and we walk with the tools of Great Spirit. Great Spirit being whatever your higher power is, known by 1,000 names, and yet the unnameable one. And I'm coming back into this room so we can continue bringing back the vision, bringing back the concept, the grounding, the foundation. Taking a deep breath, taking it all in, and then returning back to this room. 3, 2, and 1.
I love that eagle and condor came in this morning just after I got up. I just sit and have my coffee and look out over the lake, and a beautiful golden eagle flew straight toward the house, low, with a fish in her claw.
Fantastic fishers they are.
They are. She's just so majestic and so beautiful. Huge wingspan. I don't know what it is, but it's probably 5, 6 feet. Like they're just, my gosh, they're so beautiful. Maybe not quite that much, maybe 4 or 5, but certainly beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful start to the day.
Yes, absolutely.
Reminder. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. Just bringing up our note so we can share with you some um, just some information and some perspective on the Nusta Carpi rights. Julia and I were sharing with them, I guess it was a few weeks ago, hey Julia, about the Nusta Carpi rights. And
Yeah, yeah. And then we've had our week off and we have our first oracle reading and of the month. And so, yeah, now it's time to get back.
yeah, so these rights were channeled rights um, from the Inca and Andean shamans from thousands of years ago that are really, I think, so valuable right now, and they're really um, becoming very present for us at this time to really help us with this beautiful, unfolding that's happening in the world right now. So they're really here to support us at such a, a key time in the world that is where we need this extra support. So Julie and I have both been initiated in these rites, and it's really our honor to be able to share this information and pass these rites on to others.
So we start with Mama Oklo. Is that how you pronounce her? Oklo?
Mama Aklo?
Oklo? Okay. And she is the daughter of Father, Son, and Mother Earth, and she
Mhm.
originates from Lake Titicaca. She's an earth goddess. She's the great mother of all goddesses and also the goddess of wisdom. And the essence of her is to ground us in our center, find our inner sanctity. And so this right heals our feminine power, the divine feminine power, restores balance.
Which we've been talking about this afternoon is, just that creating that harmony and that balance between the energy, those masculine and feminine energies, um, you know, as we were mentioning earlier. So
And so, this rite prepares us to receive all the other initiations. It starts off in the root chakra, but we initiate all the chakras starting it off. And it becomes like a luminous spiral of light from our root to our crown. And we receive the seeds of light in each of our chakras with this first initiation. And these seeds are connected to seven shamanic archetypes through seven stones. So, this is just the beginning, the first rite we're talking about. So what happens, what are the benefits of doing such a practice besides connecting us deeper into our divine feminine and all those powers? These ancient rites are so powerful. We're not going to, share the rite here today. We're going to actually be teaching a class and initiating people probably starting in October, but we're just
mhm.
sharing so you understand what it is all about. And so some of the benefits are increased vitality and passion and physical security, helping us to overcome hostility, anxiety, depression, and lack of confidence in your future.
And this is the only right that where the seeds, when we give a right, it's like planting a seed, and it's up to us to nurture those seeds. Just, it's just like if you plant a seed in the ground, and if you don't water it, if it doesn't get sunlight, it's not going to grow into this beautiful plant or fruit or vegetable. And so it's up to us once we've received these rights to nurture them, and that's what we share with you in ways to do this. So it's the only one of the Nustakarpa rites where the seeds are put into each one of the chakras. So it's a really potent one that opens us up so that we really can start to receive the benefits of this initiation of all of the wisdom that was channeled down through the ancestors in how to, become more luminous. In shamanism, we talk about becoming the luminous being. This one's a bit different than in the other rites that we give, the Munai Ki rites, and that they're really channeling in the divine feminine. And each of the rites is represented by a divine feminine um, archetype. So that's it's different and it's so beautiful. Um, so these seeds are connected to Andean shamanic archetypes through 7 stones, and each one of the stones represents one of the chakras. So there are specific stones that we use for initiating as well. And this it's like it's like a transmission. It's a seed. It's a transmission, and then those seeds of wisdom and knowledge of the ancestors are the ones that have been planted within us, and then we get to nurture them. And Mama Aklo, she's kind of the central figure that represents a nurturing and creative feminine energy. So the rites, are involved with her focusing on balancing these energies within yourself, promoting that harmony and balance within yourself first. Like we were saying, everything starts with us, within us. This is where the change happens. We try to make the change happen out there, but if we don't allow it to happen within, it's going to be, the effectiveness of what we can do is just so much less than if we're coming from our place of wholeness. Would you say, Julia? Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah. The thing that really stands out to me with this particular rite is the balancing of the male and the feminine energies, which is so needed in the world today. And so it is such a potent initiation to be able to initiate the balancing of the masculine and feminine energies within us, which of course promote harmony and balance.
absolutely. So, and also, increases our intuition, our connection to nature, and just, our overall um, ability to grow in our own spiritual, ways of being. Um, so it's what I've noticed and what my students have noticed that in the class that I taught last year, because it was started last year and into this year, um, they're like, these rights are really powerful. Like
Mhm.
we're noticing shifts, and certainly you and I have noticed shifts in the work that we've been doing. I just find that it's so much easier for me to just stay in my core, to stay centered and rooted and grounded, and to listen to those divine feminine whisperings, right? That intuition, to cultivate more inner peace. Definitely.
Definitely. Making time too to hear that divine whispering, that divine feminine whispering. And so, perhaps the time that some of you watch the news, you could turn it off and take some separate space and just tune in. What is your spirit saying to you? What is your divine feminine within you saying to you? And these rites also are, they're part of the Andean shamanic culture, heritage, lineage, and it's a very rich heritage. In fact, the Quiro shamans actually went up when the conquistadors came in a conquering mood and in a conquering action. They went up way up into the high, high Apus, the mountains. And the reason they did, and they stayed up there and preserved and kept their knowledge for 500 years. They did that to preserve their rights, to preserve the shamanic way, which they knew would be ripped apart from them if they went ahead and tried to infiltrate what was going on below. And so these rights are part of that heritage, part of that holding that they held sacred, and as so much of their practices are. But today, one of the reasons that we're really feeling like we need to teach these classes and initiate people in these rites is to bring that harmony and that balance within ourselves. So important.
I agree. Yeah. That- that- That's why we're here. That's why we're doing what we're doing. We've been listening. We listened to those inner whisperings. We listened to the calling. And it was it was so strong that we couldn't ignore it.
Yeah, couldn't is right. It was like it came right down to both of us at separate times, and we connected, and this is the manifestation of that whispering that we both heard. So we're very
Yeah.
happy and honored to be stewards of this energy and this knowledge and sharing it with you all.
Yeah, so grateful for, the shamans, that had that wisdom and listened to that calling to take that medicine to keep it sacred and to hold it and pass it down and continue to do so. So it's because of all of that that we're here sharing today, that we have this medicine to share.
Yes. Powerful medicine.
Mhm. Yeah. Whew.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'd love to hear, your thoughts on what we've discussed here today. If you want to share anything in the comments or if you have any questions, and we'll be bringing, the seven rites, just sharing a little bit about each of the goddess rites, because they're each goddess rites for each of the chakras over the next few months. And so we look forward to sharing that wisdom with you. So, shall we close the directions for the day, Julia?
Let's do that.
Okay. Beginning in the south, Mama, beautiful serpent. Thank you for being with us today, for wrapping your coils of light and love around us, for helping us to release those things that no longer serve us, so that we can create more harmony within ourselves, within our communities, and within the world. And we release you now.
Oh. And to the winds of the west, great jaguars, or Tarango, mother, sister, brother, jaguars, thank you, thank you, thank you for always supporting us in the ethereal knowledge and transmission, helping us to really address those things within us that need change. Thank you for teaching us your great courage. Thank you for teaching us the tools of the luminous warrior to go forward. We release you now. Aho.
And to the winds of the north, ancestors, ancient ones, grandmothers and grandfathers, we thank you and we honor you for being the keepers of the wisdom, for holding them so sacred and for sharing them with us now. And to our children's children, we know that you are bringing your own wisdom and your own light that will serve in the balancing and harmonization and uplifting of love that is so needed right now. We thank you. We release you. And Siwar Kente, Royal Hummingbird, thank you for guiding us on our soul's epic journey, helping us to find that inner stillness, that peace, and that sweetness. And we release you now. Also,
Oh. Oh, thank you, Eagle Condor. Thank you, East Winds, the place of the rising sun. Thank you for bringing your wisdom, your knowledge into our circle, your perspective, helping us to leave the earthly way of looking at things and transcend into our highest energies. We thank you for your visions. We thank you for your guidance, and we release you now. Aho.
and Pachamama, thank you for how you support, nurture, and nourish all your people, stone people, plant people, four-legged, two-legged, the creepy crawlies, the fin, the furred, and the winged ones. Thank you for all you provide and for all of the great divine feminine wisdom that you hold for us. And we
Aho.
release you, God.
Oh, Father Sky, Grandmother Moon, star nations and celestial luminous beings of light and power, thank you, thank you, thank you for endowing us with your mana, with your peace, with your spirit. Go with us now and help us to hold our vision and maintain our guidance. We release you now. Oh,
And we'll close our Viracocha, which means source of the sacred, that luminous light that's overhead. So reaching down, imagine bringing it up and closing it over our IU, our community here. Just infusing everyone with that golden light. And then over yourself. Bring that beautiful luminous light up. Bring it into your crown, your third eye, your throat, your heart, solar plexus, sacral chakra, and root chakra.
that feels so good.
Doesn't it? It's you know, the more you do that too, the stronger the energy, your aura, your energy field around you. And there's ways that, you know, you can nurture and nourish that energy. So it makes it easier and easier to stay in your own energy, and then you're not so pulled off into, you know, situations and circumstances and what somebody says or somebody does. So just really learning to pull all that your energy back so that you can stay in harmony within yourself. So that's the invitation, is just, you know, really focus on being in your own energy. And we hope you have a beautiful week, and we look forward to connecting with you again next Tuesday. Okay. Namaste.
Stay.
Have a great day, Julia.
You too, Cindy.
Okay. Bye for now, everyone.